Hi, this is GAMEZOMATIK and welcome back to my channel. Now, a while ago on my channel I did a Disney Infinity video, and the original idea was I was going to do a couple of different episodes and go through all the different figures and talk about each figure. But I can't really be bothered, it's too time consuming and I've got a massive pile of figures to get through. So what I thought I'd do is just do them all in one kind of go. And not really go into any much detail on any of them, but just show you the full collection that I've got, or me and my little boy have amassed so far. So yeah, we'll just crack on with it, eh? So, first figure up, one that came with the original, was Mr. Incredible. He came with the original set, and of course if you've got Mr. Incredible you've got to add some of his family. So I have got Mrs. Incredible. She's looking pretty cool there in her tights, or the big long boots and her big gloves. And then you've got the Incredible kids. So we've got Violet, and she's in that pose there, kind of force field pose, because anyone who's seen the film will remember kind of power was to put a big kind of force field around her. And then we've got the boy, which is Dash. He's looking a bit cheeky there. Got a bit of a cheeky look on his face, and of course his power's kind of running around really fast, kind of dashing around people. And then there was a baddie figure that came out as well, and that is of course the baddie in Incredibles was Syndrome. Here's the evil kind of Syndrome figure. So yeah, pretty cool collection of really of the entire kind of Incredibles cast, really. I'd say they probably bought, apart from Star Wars, which are the later figures, they probably bought more figures out for that one film than they have any other. So moving on with other Disney 1.0 characters, another starter piece in the original set was Sully out of Monsters Inc. So we'll put Sully there, which is a really cool figure. And then along with Sully you could buy Mike. You'll have to forgive my Mike, his arm's missing. One of my son's friends came round for a play and ripped his hand off, so I need to try and pick up another Mike. So maybe if I just angle him slightly that way and he'll look a bit better. But yeah, Mike Skazowski. And then finally the last Incredibles piece that sorry, not Incredibles, Monsters Inc. piece is Randall, the baddie, of course. So again, it's a really nice figure. You can see all his little arms and everything on him. So other sort of the other kind of characters that came with the original set were of course Pirates of the Caribbean. So we have got Captain Jack Sparrow, and also got, just get him over here, Bob, what's his name, Barbossa. I really like this figure because it's got like the monkey. Is it a monkey on his yeah, he's got a little monkey on his hand. I like his foot's on the barrel there. And finally, another figure we have is Davy Jones. Another great figure, lots of detail on it. I like the little claw on his hand here, and the way that the squid kind of, his squiddy finger wraps around his sword is really cool. Another set that came out with the original, which was a play set, I believe, was the, let me find all the pieces here, Toy Story set. So we have Buzz Lightyear, and I've also got, moving out of the way, we have Woody, and should be somewhere Jesse as well. You have to forgive me, I've got all these figures piling in. There's absolutely loads of them, so we're just trying to find everyone. Yeah, and then we have Jessie. Jessie the cowgirl, which is another really cool figure. Another set we got was another play set we got was, of course, Lone Ranger, which is actually a film I haven't seen, but for the Lone Ranger film that came out with Johnny Depp, so we've got the Lone Ranger, and I've actually got two Lone Rangers. Reason being, this was the one that came in the original set, the play set, which is actually a really good play set actually if you get around to playing it. But also managed to get a crystal version of the Lone Ranger, and there were some of these crystal figures released. They're kind of limited editions of the figures. I think you can get a crystal Buzz, a crystal Sully, and a crystal Mr. Incredible as well. So yeah, there's a couple of different ones of these, and of course we've got, is it Tonto or whatever his name is? The Johnny Depp kind of character. This is a really cool figure. I like the way he's holding the axe there. Come a bit closer. This is another really nice figure. So yeah, that's the kind of Lone Ranger playset. We've also got some Cars. Disney's Cars. Again, another really popular film franchise from Disney, and these came out with a Cars playset, which is another really great, I've got to say that the playsets that they bring out for Disney Infinity are brilliant, and some of these earlier playsets as well, you can get them really cheap now. Like this Cars one, you can probably pick up for like a tenner easily, or less even. So we've got Lightning McQueen. I'll move him a little bit closer so you can see him. Again, this is what I really like about the Disney Infinity figures, is the amount of detail on the figures. I mean, some of these old ones in my house are pretty battered because my little boys played with them, but they're pretty durable. They hold up really well. So we've got Lightning McQueen. Of course, we've got Mater with his big goofy teeth. Again, a lot of detail there on him. Tow Mater. And finally, we've got, I think it's her name, Sally. I would have liked to have seen a Finn McMissile figure, but they never really brought one out. I think these were brought out before Cars 2, if I remember rightly. I may be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure they were. So that's the Sally figure. So she's like the sports car, which is pretty cool. And then I've just got some kind of other additional figures. Now this is a bit of a mixed bag. I'm going to go through these. These are kind of all mixed between versions 1, 2 and 3, but the kind of additional figures you could buy. And these are just like the Disney figures. So we've got Big Hero 6. We've got Hero. Really cool action figure. He's got one of the coolest kind of things in the game, where he kind of can shapeshift with his nanobot things, and in game he looks really cool. So again, a really nice figure, Hero. And we have got Baymax. I would have liked to have seen two Baymax figures. I would have liked to have seen the white Baymax as well. I don't know if there's a power disc or something you can get which turns them into the white Baymax, but yeah, that's kind of the action Baymax figure. He's pretty big. He's a pretty big model, this one as well. He's kind of quite a big build. So then we've got some additional figures. We've got, is this Phileas and Ferb? I'm not too sure which of this is Phileas or Ferb. I'm not too up on my Phileas and Ferb. This is my little boy's figure. I love his eyes. I love this character's eyes. He just looks mental, doesn't he? So we've got Phileas and Ferb. Is that Phileas or Ferb? I don't know. Let me know underneath if this is Phileas or Ferb. I think it's Phileas. Could be Ferb. And we've got, of course, Agent P. Agent P. And then of course you can't have any kind of Disney Infinity set without having at least one Mickey Mouse. So I've got the new Mickey Mouse, and this is the one that's come out recently with 3.0, which is kind of classic Mickey, sort of Disneyland Mickey if you like. That's another cool figure. And I've also got the original Mickey Mouse figure, which is the Fantasia one, with his little wizard hat on there. So we've got two Mickey Mouses. I haven't actually got around to getting Minnie Mouse yet, unfortunately. She's on the list, but we just haven't got around to getting her yet. Then we have got, of course, Donald Duck. I love Donald Duck. He is the best character ever. Look how grumpy he is. Look how grumpy Donald Duck is. Isn't he brilliant? Little bit of Donald Duck. And then we've got some additional figures here. So these are just sort of odds and sods. So we've got, I can't remember this girl's name, but she's out of the film Brave. Meredith, that's it. Got Meredith out of Brave. This is a really nice figure actually, and she's actually really good in game. She uses the bow and arrow a lot, and yeah, she's really good. Even though she's not particularly the most popular kind of Disney figure to have. Again, I just love the details on these figures. Even though she's not probably out of one of the more popular Disney films, she's just it's just a great character when you put her in the game, in the toy box, and she's it's just a really nice model as well. And we've got Aladdin. Oh, move him back a bit so you can see him. And we've got Jasmine. So kind of Aladdin and Jasmine. What a beautiful couple they make. And another kind of spare piece I've got here is, oh, do you know what? I don't even know which one this is. It's out of Frozen. Is it Anna? I think this one's Anna. I haven't got Elsa or Olaf. Really want Olaf actually. He looks pretty cool. So we've got Anna. I know Elsa's actually one of the figures that's still kind of held. It's because obviously Frozen's very popular. That figure seems to hold its price. Where some of these figures you can pick them up pretty cheap for next to nothing now, a couple of quid. The Elsa figure, it still seems to be like 8 quid or something stupid like that. And another figure, one of my favourite. I mean, this one, I love this film, Wreck-It Ralph, and there he is, Ralph. Again, there was the Vanellope figure, which came out, which again is on our list. We haven't got that one either. But that's our Ralph figure. And again, really nice details. Got his brace hanging off. Massive hands. I love the way when this guy, when he kind of stomps into the ground, it goes all pixelated. Because he's the video game character. Really good. So next I'm going to come up to two recent figures. I think these are two of my favourite figures. Not a great film particularly, but these figures are great. And this is out of Tron. What was the last film called? Can't remember. It wasn't Tron Evolution, that was a game. Tron Legacy, was it? And this is Flynn. A brilliant figure. I love this figure. It's got the disc. Really nice detail all the way around this figure. It's one of the best figures. And of course, I can't remember, you'll have to forgive me because I can't remember the name of this woman, but obviously out of Tron as well. And she's got the sword and everything. Again, really nice detail on these figures. If you turn around, she's got a kind of, I think that might be a sort of disc is on her back. Really, really nice figure. So they're fairly newish figures. And two of the new ones that have only just come out recently, out of Avengers Age of Ultron. And this is for the new, there's a new Avengers pack coming out, play pack coming out, or add-on or something. And these are the figures. The figures have already come out, and this is Ultron. Another really smart figure. looking kind of evil. Just zoom in on him a bit if you can. Really detail on him there. Very nice detailing, especially around the back of him as well. You see all this spine. This is what I love about these figures, they're just so well made. And this is the biggest figure I've got in the collection. I think it's the biggest figure that's come out. There's been some pretty big figures, but this is definitely one of the biggest. This is the biggest one, and that is Hulkbuster. And again, just amazing detailing on it all the way around. You see the back of him there, you see all the suit and all the rivets in the suit. Although, when you put him in the game, to be quite honest, he's not really any different from Iron Man. But it's just a cool figure to have. It's a really, really cool figure to have. So the next set of figures are for a playset that came out with Disney Infinity 2.0, and this was the Guardians of the Galaxy playset. So first we have Peter Quill, or what's he called? Star-Lord. Again, he's a really nice figure. He's got the goggles on, he's got his pistols in hand, his big long coat. So we've got Star-Lord. Then we've got, what's her name? Gamora. With a big sword. Then we've got Drax. Again, big knife. Put him back a bit so he's in focus. There's Drax. Then we've got Rocket Raccoon. He's got his big massive guns there, tail around the back. And of course we've got Groot, which is a great figure. And he's a great character to play as well. He's got some pretty cool powers within the game. And then some additional characters that came out for the game. We've got, is it Ronan? Yeah, Ronan. It's a pretty chunky character with his big hammer. It's a pretty smart character actually. And Yondu. He's a really good likeness actually for the film character. I'll just turn around so you can actually see him. His face. That's Yondu. And then of course we come to the Disney 2.0 characters. So we've got the Spider-Man playset that came out and the Avengers playsets that came out. So start off with Spider-Man. Of course, we've got Spider-Man. That is a cool figure. Really good. Apparently, they're bringing a new Spider-Man piece out for the new Avengers playset that's coming out. It's going to have the black suited Spider-Man. Although, if you bought Disney Infinity 2.0 on the PlayStation Vita version, you actually got the black Spider-Man figure instead of this red and blue one. So we've got Spider-Man there. Of course, we've got Venom. Now, he's another really big character, but a really smart build on this character. You have to excuse some of the dust on them. They've been sat on the shelf in my son's bedroom. Some of them got a bit of dust on. But yeah, that's a really cool, character. It's even got the Venom on the back there, the spider. Pretty scary looking dude, isn't he, with the teeth and everything. Another baddie we have got is the Green Goblin, and this is a bit unusual, this figure, because this must be kind of Disney's take on the Green Goblin, because he doesn't really look to me that much like the Green Goblin, and this is probably the only character that they've done that I wasn't too sure about. Not that I don't like the build on it or the actual model, because it's really nice actually. He's got the old the bombs in his hand and everything like that. You know, it's a nice build and a nice figure, but I'm just not too sure if it actually looks that much like how I imagine the Green Goblin to look, or how he's looked in previous previous iterations of him. So, and we've got Nick Fury, obviously based on the films, because it looks very much like Samuel L. Jackson. I'll put him a bit closer. Oh, not that close. There you go, Nick Fury. And then we have. Now you have to forgive me for this. I can't really remember. I know one of these is called Nova, but I can't remember what the other one's called. It's just at the moment his name escapes me. So I'll put these on together. One of these is Nova, and the other guy is called something else, but I can't remember what he's called at the moment. But again, two pretty decent figures that come with that particular playset. I think this one's Nova, the blue one, but I'm not too sure what the other guy's called. So I told you this would be a long video. We've got a lot of figures, and then we come to the Avengers playset, of course, and I'll go through these pretty quickly. So we have got Thor. Who doesn't love a little bit of Thor? And next we have Captain America, really nice figure. Again, there's a new Captain America figure coming out, I believe, for the new Avengers playset. He looks slightly different. I think he's got a different suit on. Obviously, he's going to be posed a little bit differently. I really like this. He's actually one of my favorite. Again, he's one of my favorite playable characters in the game, because he throws his shield around, it bounces off, and he's a lot of fun to play in the game. We've got Hawkeye. His bow and arrow. Pretty cool. If you look around the back, he's got all his quivers and his little arrow thing. Oh yeah, that's Hawkeye, looking pretty good. And of course, we've got the Black Widow. Again, based very heavily on the films. And then we got some additional figures. Excuse me, just move the camera slightly. This is Captain Falcon. Really nice figure. That, I mean, the amount of detail on his wings is really. I've just got to turn around and show you the amount of detail on the back here where the wings are. Really cool. He looks really nice figure. He actually looks better than he does in the films, I think. And then we've got Baddie. Of course, you can't have the Avengers without having Loki. Again, a really nice figure with a lot of detail. He's got his staff there. And the last two Avengers, of course, are Iron Man. I think he actually came with the set. As you can see, it's sort of a thinner version of the Hulkbuster. He's a really good character in the game. Loads of different, he's really versatile. Good at long range attacks, and he can fly. And again, another one of my favourite figures, and this is probably my son's favourite figure. Really nice and stylised. And probably the biggest figure we had up until the Hulkbuster was Hulk himself. Just lift the camera up slightly there so you can see him. Really, really nice build on her. I love this kind of stylized look. He's got his hands on him, massive on it. All the muscles at the back. Here we go. Good old Hulk. And of course we come to the final set of figures, and then we're near the end now, and these are of course the latest figures that have come out, which is Disney Infinity 3.0, the Star Wars ones. So I'm kind of going to go through these in order of films, if you like. Well, not films, but story-wise. So we're going to start off with, if I can find him, Anakin Skywalker. He comes with the playset originally. It's pretty cool. He actually looks probably better in this than he does in the film. Well, yeah, we got Anakin, and of course, wherever there's Anakin, you have got Obi-Wan, which is a really cool figure with his little stance, ready for action. But again, a lot of really nice detail on the figure. And another figure that came with the set, and you'll have to forgive me once again, I can't remember this character's name, but she's actually the best in that set, in the game anyway, because she's got these dual lightsabers, which are really cool, and she just seriously kicks ass in the game. I haven't got all the figures for this for the new Star Wars playsets. There's some she's out of Star Wars, is it Rebels? And there's some characters out of Rebels that I haven't got, simply because I've never really watched Star Wars Rebels, so I'm not that familiar with some of the other characters. So, but this is a really cool character. I'm gonna have to just pick up the rest of the characters. I think there's about 4 I need to get. Of course, we have got Yoda. I love this character, really cool. And he listed straight out of the Rebels cartoon. Really zoom on him in a bit. He's a really cool character. A lot of detail on him. And the final one is an additional one, and this is cool. I always like the baddies more than the goodies. And this is a really smart one, and this is Darth Maul. I mean, look at that. It just looks amazing. Look at the detail on his face and the stance, and of course, he's got the double lightsaber, which is really, really cool. So he's again, he's probably one of my favourite figures. He's not that much different in game to some of the other figures, power wise or anything, but he just looks really cool. And then moving on from that, we've kind of got the original, if you like, the original trilogy, and this is from the what's it called, the Uprising pack, is it? Whatever it's called. We've got Luke Skywalker. I'm not too sure about this figure, and some of the other figures. I think some maybe slightly over stylized. I would have liked this to maybe resemble Mark Hamill a little bit more than it does. It's kind of a generic Luke Skywalker, but it's still a really nice figure. And then we've got his sister, Princess Leia. Again, very stylized, but a really nice figure actually. And I'll just show you some of the base as well on this. It's kind of the Death Star base. It's a bit dusty. We'll just dust it off a bit. But you can see the base on it for this particular set. It's kind of done out like the floor of the Death Stars, which is really cool. Yeah, so we've got Princess Leia holding her gun there. Really nice figure. Just turn around, you see all the detail on her boots, and she's got her hood. Then of course we've got the legend that is Han Solo. This is a really cool figure. I really like this one. I think it's kind of caught him really well. He's got the proper stance as well, which I really think would really like. They've kind of caught the way Han Solo holds his gun and everything. Really cool figure. and the waistcoat, even down to the belt. Really nice figure. And Chewbacca with his bow caster or whatever it's called. The big gun he's got. Really nice figure. That's really stylized figure again, but really, really nice. And the detail on his mouth and everything. And the final one is this isn't one of my favourites. This is always going to be one of my favourite figures, and it just is, and it's just the coolest figure ever. I think this is my favourite figure. Of course, it's Darth Vader. Again, very stylized. You know, the Disney kind of style. But I love the way he's got his hand out. You know, really captures him. Got his big cloak at the back, the helmet. It's got, you know, all the detail on the helmet's brilliant. Yeah, he's definitely one of my favourite figures. And then we'll get to the last 4 figures, which are all from the new Star Wars film and the latest, the Force Awakens pack. So, of course, we've got Rey with her staff. She's looking pretty cool. And Finn with his gun. And this really captures him really well, actually, especially down to the jacket. All the little detail on his jacket, like his little badge there. And the last 2 characters we've got is Poe Dameron. This has got a lot of detail on this figure. It's got all the belt strap. You can see the little thing on his chest. His like breathing apparatus for when he goes into the what's comes into his helmet, which you can see for when it goes. There's a lot of detail on the actual helmet there. Got his little vest, and all his belt buckles are down. His harness, if you like. It's a really cool figure, actually. It's one of the better, certainly one of the more detailed figures. And the final figure I've got in my collection, or our collection, if you like, is, of course, Kylo Ren. Again, another great, really great build on this figure. A lot of detail, especially love this lightsaber he's got. The amount of they've actually put a twist on the lightsaber. Maybe you can see that, but the lightsaber's all kind of twisted. It's got the cross. Lots of detail on the back of him and on the mask. And that's it. That's my entire Disney Infinity collection so far. So there's still quite a few to get to, but we'll get there eventually, and hopefully we'll pick up the rest at some point. There's not that many more we haven't got, to be honest. I think we counted and it was certainly under, I think it was under 20, so we'll have to pick those up as we go along. Whether I'm going to buy all the power discs and everything that go with them is another story, because they don't actually do that much in game, but you know, you get extra suits and extra backgrounds and things. But yeah, that's it. That's my Disney Infinity figure collection. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall be back with another video soon. Take care, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.